going to start off this week, as we will probably every week from here on out, winners and losers of the week. So, Daniel, you could go first. Who is your winner of this week?
My winner this week is me.
Really? Okay.
It's me. Yeah, I say this because last week we talked about who our MVP picks were, and I went out on a limb, and I said it was Joey Votto. And you said Joey Votto's terrible. He had an awful 2019. But look who's starting the season red hot. It's the Cincinnati Reds, Joey Votto, who's got 2 home runs already, batting above 300. I'm the winner this week. Next week, he could fall off a cliff with his stats. But for now, I'm the winner.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess I was wrong, at least for now. Hopefully he'll come back down. See, it's the law of averages, Daniel, right? For example, great adage, Chris Davis of the A's, 4 years in a row hitting 247. He was at 280 at one point. He went as low as 220. In the end, though, he ended up going right to where he was. So I'm hoping that the law of averages will apply to Joey Votto as well. And at the end of the year, yeah, he'll be back to 260, 270, 13 home runs, whatever it might be. But you are correct for this week, and I give you credit for that. You really did take a risk there because it didn't seem like there was any real winning potential with that pick.
I don't know. I think I've got the senses right now. I think I'm going to go to Vegas after this. I'm going to put in some picks. And I don't know. I think that with the fact they added Mike Moustakas, I think that he's finally hitting his stride again. I think that he's rejuvenated with this new season. I think the rotation is good, and they're playing some good baseball right now.
So how about your loser then? Who's the loser this week?
So my loser, very somber. It's the Miami Marlins. Of course, they are not going to be playing a game for what could be 10 days to 14 days, could be longer, who knows? And that's super unfortunate. But the real reason why they are losers is because they were finally above 500. They were 2-1. They were playing some good baseball. They beat the Phillies twice, who you picked to win the division. They lost twice to the Marlins.
Yep.
And that is why they're the biggest loser, because they can't show the world that they are now a talented team with a bunch of veterans in their lineup. And you know what? Once they finally get healthy, they will be winners because they are going to make the playoffs this year under the expanded playoffs ruling from the MLB. So I'm excited for them to turn it from losers to winners, but for now, they are losers as a result of their COVID situation.
Yeah, I agree as we go into mine now. My loser was also the Marlins for a different reason, though. You had one job, right? Follow the protocol. Follow what Major League Baseball tells you, and there won't be an issue. We'll have a full season. You'll play all your 60 games. The playoffs were expanded. You had a chance to actually make the postseason. You had one job. Stay in your hotel room, practice social distancing. Don't go out on the town in Atlanta on your first weekend of baseball. And what did they do? Bam, right out right away. Full team, 20 guys. Now everybody's sick. It's just so aggravating. Just follow the rules. Is it that hard? Now, I said this, Daniel, 2 months ago when the first protocols came out. Remember, they were like 70, 80 pages, and they called for masks in the dugout. They called for guys sitting in the first row of the bleachers during games because they didn't want the dugouts too crowded. I said, these are ridiculous. These are overbearing. No one will follow these. And I guess we've already seen that happen. It's a shame. It really is. But I'll tell you one thing. They have completely bungled this season already. And now we're seeing news, too, of the Cardinals. And, hopefully this trend won't continue. But if you've got guys who won't follow the protocols, if you've got teams facing other teams who don't follow the protocols, chances are, who knows what's going to happen the rest of this season.
Yeah, you say a lot of great things in there. I mean, they're sad things, but accurate things at the very least. And I think that this entire season, things are going to be changing every single day. A new team's going to pop up. You're going to have to sit out a few games. I think that no team is going to get to 60 games played. I just don't see it happening. And the Marlins are definitely going to be affected by that. But it'll be interesting to see how they decide to create the postseason teams based on winning percentage, based on total wins. Who knows? I think that they're going to do winning percentage. That's just what makes the most sense to me. But yeah, I think that a lot of teams are in trouble right now. We're seeing it with the NBA. They had 0 positive cases. They're doing a great job of it. I mean, the bubble,
Yes.
it's working. And the MLB, obviously, they wanted to do a bubble situation in Arizona. The logistics just couldn't come together. But now they're seeing the consequences.
100% agree. You know, it's a shame that guys just couldn't get together and work together for one common goal, one common cause. We want to play a season. We want baseball back. Let's have everybody work together and come up with the solution. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. As for my winner this week, despite the Marlins situation, my winner is Major League Baseball and the National Basketball Association. They're back. How crazy is that, dude? I mean, March 13th is a day that I'm sure will live in infamy for everybody in this world. The day that sports stopped, the day that all of this became very real and very quickly. And now, just over 100 days later, live sports are back. The NBA starts tonight, July 30th. The MLB has been in existence now for a week. So in general, despite the Marlins, despite probably what's still to come, I'm very happy that both leagues are back. They're definitely winners for trying to find ways to be innovative and get back as quick as possible.
I totally agree. I mean, I've been waiting 3 months, it feels like, to sit on the couch, eat some Pringles, and just watch the games. I haven't felt like a dude's dude in forever. I want to feel fat on the couch. I want to enjoy the sports. And you know what? In whatever format it is, whether it's no fans in the stands or the NBA bubble with the weird setup that they've kind of got going on with the games, I'm glad it's back. It's so free. There's something to look forward to. There's something to root for. And during this pandemic, we have not had much to root for. But now that we have sports teams back, for however long it is and however competitive the games are, we have something to root for. And that's a really positive step.
Yeah, you know, I remember when The Last Dance was out. I'm sure you can attest to this. I watched it all live, of course, like all of America. And I remember during the commercial breaks, ESPN would run this same commercial. It was some Post Malone song playing in the background. Can You Feel It, I think. And they had the new documentaries coming out, right? Like the McGuire and the Sosa one. They were promoting that one. They were promoting the Bruce Lee one. And I don't know, man. I got touched. I'm like, okay, hopefully we can get to a point where we can see this stuff live again. Because those commercials, that ad campaign was outstanding. And to me, it felt like, okay, well, we're getting there. We're getting closer. Each passing day means we're one day closer. And now we're here. So I agree. It's great. Great to be back at it. Sports, appreciate you tuning in. A lot of heated conversations today. A lot of fun topics to talk about, too. Remember, you can follow us and subscribe right here on YouTube. And now you can find us wherever you get your podcasts. We partnered with Anchor. We're up on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, wherever you get them. So if you don't have time to watch us, but you want to hear us, go to one of those sites and rate us and follow us and review us. We'd really appreciate it. But Daniel, thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate this time. Always fun chatting. Always fun.
It was a pleasure. I'll look forward to see what happens next week.
That's right. Another episode coming next week. So stay tuned for that. Until then, thank you all for watching and listening